Nano.
Nano!
Nano!
Do you ever want to write a novel? A lot of people want to write a book.
Hello friends! Welcome to a new video.
So today we are doing the NaNoWriMo Tag. I don't remember who exactly created this, but we'll try and link stuff
I think it's
down
pretty
below.
old, so.
It's an old tag.
If we can find the original creator, we'll link the original video down below.
Yeah, but it's an older tag, but we figured since NaNoWriMo is coming up, it was a good time to do the tag.
Yeah, so obviously Casey and I are big nanoers, so we're gonna do this tag. It's gonna be fun.
You're gonna find out how big nanoers we really are.
Yeah.
And it's gonna be a little chaotic, this video, but I hope you enjoy it. And if you're participating in Nano, let us know.
Please do.
We'll put our like username, screen names down below, and you can like buddy us on the Nano site. Yeah.
Let's be buddies.
Let's be writing buddies on the Nano site. Yeah. Question 1. How many times have you done NaNoWriMo?
So be time number 12. I will say I've not completed all 11, but I've attempted all 11. I'm almost certain. So 11 years.
Yes.
Year number 12.
This is year 12. Year 12 of it.
Yeah, for both
12.
of us, which is we actually technically met while doing
We internet met.
We internet met through Tumblr, apparently.
And then we friended each other on Facebook, because that's what you used to do in 2009.
You would just tell people your name, and you're like, here's my Facebook with all the personal information. And then we were nano buddies for a long time before we ever actually became friends and talked to each other and met each other. Anyways, the next question is, how did you find out about NaNoWriMo?
For both of us, the answer is Kristina Horner, which is specifically, for me, it was 5 Awesome Girls.
Yep. Yep. Yeah, if you don't know who Kristina Horner is, she was part of 5 Awesome Girls, which is like one of the big things that was like on YouTube when YouTube first became a big thing. And she's also was a wizard rocker in the band the Parcel Mouse, which is how we all found her, and she did Nano, and we were like, well, this looks like fun. Also, just insert a clip of the NaNoWriMo song right here.
And also we'll like link all her stuff down below. Like go watch Kristina's writing vlogs or whatever if you need like Nano inspiration. All of her Nano videos are amazing.
Oh, also she has a podcast now called How to Win Nano, which is amazing. It gives really, really good advice. They are getting ready to start season 2. They've only done 1 season. They did last year, and season 2 is going to be a little. They're trying to figure it out, so they haven't made proper plans for it yet. But it's really, really good, and it's like re-listenable. Like, so if you've already listened to it, you can go back and like it can kind of re-inspire you. It's just pretty good basic advice to get you going. So I highly recommend it, and I will leave a link to that down below as well.
Yeah, I assume it's gonna be a little chaotic this year because Kristina has a 2-month-old baby right now.
She just had a baby.
Just had a baby.
A baby.
And then question 3 is name of the first novel you completed for Nano. Attempted for Nano, sorry.
I'm not sure, because again, we've been at this for 12 years now, and I don't have any of those kind of files on this laptop or even on the previous laptop. I couldn't tell you what it was called, but
it was like 3 laptops ago.
It was like 3 laptops ago, you guys. There's 12 years. Like, who has memories? I know that the first things I worked on were not the superhero kids, so like I couldn't even use one of those placeholder titles that are old ones. No idea. Couldn't tell you. No title. Untitled.
Yeah, to be honest, most of my works on NaNoWriMo just say untitled because I'm either working on multiple things or I just never title original work anyway. So I did find one title because I wanted to give you something, and it is Mortal Immortal. So enjoy that. Try and figure out what that's about.
Fancy. Yeah, I was always big on trying to find a title because I always liked to make covers to put on the Nano site, so I wanted titles, but I can't remember any of the old ones because my current Nano account doesn't go back as far as my original Nanos because I made a new one in 2013 apparently. So
mine goes all the way back and it just says untitled, so that's all.
A lot of mine did say untitled. Like if they don't have a weird ass title, it says untitled, but again, most of my projects were rewrites, so it's a lot of repetition on titles. Number 4, give us a 1-sentence summary of what you're writing this year. So what we decided to do here was, instead of us giving you a 1-sentence summary of what we're writing, we're going to give you a 1-sentence summary of what the other person is writing.
Yeah, so
because we're always writing together, like we're very immersed in each other's projects.
Yeah. Like last year, Brie helped me create all my characters, and then we did like, we storyboarded her whole thing on the whiteboard and stuff, so like we were... It's still there.
It's still
So
there.
we were super
I haven't
into
erased it yet. I'm nervous.
Fun. I'm not prepared. I want you to know I did not think of what to say first.
Wait, I didn't either, so.
I'm winging it. So I'm gonna say, like, YA superheroes fighting a group of people that want to try and control them. That does not really explain the book at all, but
no.
That's what I'm going with.
I couldn't explain the book at all. I've been writing it for a decade, so.
I mean,
it's pretty accurate description.
I feel like superhero kids really just like, if you want like a snappy,
solidifies it, yeah.
Yeah, like
it's definitely like definitely like X-Men if it was a more like condensed YA novel, you know, like if you're wanting like to understand like what I mean by like the superpowers and like the people trying to come after them and stuff. I just think X-Men.
You could also go like superhero kids in a treehouse.
There is a tree. Every time I think about it, I think about how stupid it is, but I just love it so much.
I love it so much!
But they do move out of it fairly quickly, so it's okay.
It's
I get to move
sad,
past it in my
treehouse.
descriptions pretty quickly. Treehouse. So for Casey's, this year she's working, she's going to do some fanfic, to keep it light. She's got a busy November ahead.
Oh god.
And she's working on 911 fanfiction, which is like firefighters who are gay. They may or may not be gay in the show, but they're definitely gay in the fanfic. One of them's like a super teddy bear person. I know this much, just like the softest teddy bear. And Casey just wants to write the soft, fluffy stuff with these firefighters.
That's true. That is true.
Soft, fluffy firefighters.
Soft, fluffy firefighters.
Who are definitely gay and sometimes fight fires.
Really, in the show, they also really almost never fight fires. Like, firefighters do a lot of other stuff besides fighting fires. Like, firefighters fighting fires is a very low percentage.
It's really funny.
Anyway,
that
that was fun.
We'll do a more expanded version of this when we do our video where we just talk about like our nano prep and stuff.
Yeah, we're gonna try and do a video where we just talk about nano prep and like what we're working on and everything.
Yeah, which we'll probably put out like a week or two before actual November, so keep an eye out for that if you're interested in more of our writing chaos, whatever this is.
We are Chaos Gremlins at heart. Question number 5. What's the best writing advice you've ever been given?
This is hard because like I can't think of like just like a specific like nugget of advice, but I think just the genuine thing that people say is like you have to do it. Like, you know what I mean? Like you have to actually write. It doesn't matter how bad it is. Once words are on the page, you can do whatever you want after that. You can go back and fix it. You can scrap it. You can rewrite it. But you have to start, and that is the best advice I think, is that you literally have to put the pen to page, and that's the one thing that obviously it's like the most obvious advice, but some people it's really hard to follow, and I'm one of those people. Like I'll have the ideas, but I'll just work on all of the stuff that's like the background stuff, the world building, the character development, without actually writing it down, the story. And you just gotta write it, you know? So that's what I'm going with there.
Yeah, that was one of mine. I had 2 written down. That was one of mine.
That's good.
Like, yeah,
because that's all
you just gotta
write. I just now came up with it.
Yeah, you just gotta write something down. Like, the thing is, like, you've gotta write to edit. You've gotta, you know.
Exactly.
So, I write a lot more words than, like, will ever be used.
Same.
Which is how I write so much. I've been asked this before.
So much.
My other one is actually a Maureen Johnson quote. And I think it's from a YouTube video when she was, on Vlogbrothers, like, in for John when John had baby. And it's give yourself permission to suck, which is just, it's a really good one.
So good.
Maureen Johnson is great, so yeah.
Yes. That's the next step. The first step is you have to write it, and the second step is it's okay if it's bad. Like you have to accept that. You just have to push through, and then you can improve upon it. It's okay if it's bad.
You gotta practice, like with everything.
Somewhere.
Exactly.
What's the best step a man can take, Casey?
Listen!
The next one!
I don't want to talk about it.
Okay, what's the best novel a person can write? The next one. 6. Did you ever take a year off from Nano, and why?
My answer is very easy, because no, I am too competitive against myself to ever allow myself to do this. Because this would be the year, honestly, that I should take Nano off, but I'm not gonna.
Nope. You can't leave me hanging like that. I won't let you.
I know, we're doing 50K or bust. It's happening.
Yep. Absolutely, absolutely. I've definitely missed some years. There's many a year I did not hit 50K. There's many a year I only wrote for like 3 days and stopped, but I always tried. There were times where I'd be like, I don't think I'm gonna do Nano this year, and then on November 1st I'd be like, fuck it, I'm doing it, and I would just go all in, and then like on day 4 I'm like, I didn't have a plan, like I don't know why I thought I could do this, and then I can't, or just like life stuff would have been too hectic, so I couldn't really focus on it, but I always tried, and I will always try. I may not always finish, but I will always try, so I just love it.
There was that year your laptop imploded.
Oh yeah, that was 2016. That was actually one of my good years, which was funny. My laptop died on like day 2, I think, of Nano.
It was real early.
And I was like getting so into it. It was the first year I was writing a new project. It was the fantasy series. And I was like cranking out the ideas and just like putting shit out there. And then for like 5 days I had to write by hand to hit my daily goals. And I couldn't really go over my daily goals because that sucked. And then I had to retype it all to add the word counts. I had to count them individually. It was a mess before I got the new laptop, but that was one of my really good years for Nano. Like I started doing really good again. Actually, that was when I got really back into doing Nano and like finishing it every year. I haven't missed a year since 2016. 2014, 2015 were bad. I didn't do those years.
2016 was the first year we really did it like together.
Again. That was I think that's one reason why since then I've been able to keep it up, because I've had like the writing group. I've not been like on my own trying to do it.
Yeah.
So yeah,
we've been yelling at each other.
Yeah, it's so much fun. Like literally at midnight, even though we're in different time zones, where we get on and just start writing together, and we do writing sprints all the time. And then usually, before there was a pandemic, Casey would come visit for a week or a month, just depending, you know.
One time it was a month, one time it was 2 weeks, who knows?
Yeah, who knows? It's just kind of, we toss the dice and see what happens. But Casey always comes to visit, and we actually write together, and then we read books together, and this was going to be a good year, and now it's not, and I'm not okay. We're not going to talk about it.
But we are going to do a lot of writing sprints.
Yes.
Virtually.
Yes, we are. Way more than usual, probably, even though we already do a shit ton.
Yeah, but we normally do a shit ton when we're not physically together, but we'll probably do like even more this year.
Probably even more because we can't be together.
Question 7. What's your biggest inspiration when figuring out what to write?
Listen, I've been writing the same story for 10 years, so I couldn't tell you how to get inspired for new things. Actually, fun story. The other series I've been working on, I can tell you what inspired me to write it.
That's true, you could do that.
I didn't think about that till just now. So I have 2 stories in the works that are 2 big like series. I have like the YA Superhero Kids series, and then I have more recently, since 2016, I started working on like an actual fantasy series, which is very still in the early development stages because you got to build the whole goddamn world, and it's hard. Yeah, but the reason I decided to write that was because I read Throne of Glass and I didn't like it very much, and there was a lot of stuff, there's some good stuff in it, but there was a lot of stuff that I was like, well, you could have done this instead and that would have been better. And I just got so angry, and I was like, you know what, I'm just gonna do my own, bitch. Out of spite, I started my own fantasy series. Everyone's gay. It's fine. Yeah, I'm a little heated now. But yes, that was my inspiration for that story. I couldn't tell you what inspired me for the Superhero Kid story, because I've been writing it for so long. I think originally it was just coming up with characters and trying to find the world that they fit in, and then slowly just building these connections between the different characters that all really fit together, and I'm still working on the plot.
I will say spite will motivate you.
Spite will motivate you.
It is just not being able to find what I want to read. Like, if I want to read something and I cannot find that specific thing, I'm like, well, I'm gonna fucking write it then.
Yeah. It happened.
There was a large explosion.
What? Casey, why'd you do that?
I didn't do it. Someone said off, and I'm 80 though.
I mean, that's in the same vein as like the spite. It's like, well, this didn't do what I wanted it to, so I'm just gonna do my own, you know? And that's one way to do it. And I think that's one of the reasons we get so many good stories, is because people write the stories that they want to see, and that's why.
Yeah.
You get so much good stuff, especially like lately. There's just been so much good shit coming out. Because people aren't holding back.
No, people are done.
Yes, and I love it. I'm here for it. Number 8. Read us the first sentence from one of your novels.
Okay, I'm going to read one from 2016, 2017, I don't remember.
What's time?
It's also, actually, fun fact, it also has fun superhero powers in it, so that's fun. And it's a short sentence, and it's another day, another weird as hell case.
Ooh, Mine, I'm going to read the one that I did from last year, which is the project I'm still working on this year for Nano. I'm completing it. I'm picking up where I left off. But the first sentence of the prologue is, Roan Mercer stared out the window into the darkness of the night, contemplating mortality. It's the whole sentence.
I like that sentence.
As bitches do. They gotta contemplate mortality, because...
I mean, every day of my life.
He doesn't want to be mortal, even though he likes to kill the people with the superpowers. He's got problems.
He's got a lot of problems.
He becomes immortal. Spoiler alert. Because he tortured his son.
Spoiling her whole series.
A lot.
Question. Question number 9 is, why do you love writing?
This is hard to answer because I mean, writing, it's a love-hate relationship, for sure. But it's like I always come back to, like, I can never not want to be writing. I'm always creating stories in my mind, even if I'm not like constantly working on like the same thing. I'm just, even like as a kid, like I was always daydreaming, and my imagination is very wild and very I don't know what the words I'm looking for there, but I've got a very good imagination. And I also have insomnia, so you put those two together, laying there trying to sleep, can't sleep, your imagination's going, you come up with these stories. And I've always, even like when I was little, I always wanted to be an actress because like I wanted to bring stories to life. And then as I got older, I changed that into writing because I like to create stories and I like to create these characters and express different like point of views for different things. I don't know, I just get really immersed into it. And I think that's why I like it. It sounds stupid. I don't know.
No, it sounds good.
This was all like off the top of my head. I didn't plan an answer, so it feels a little all over the place. But I love it.
Yeah,
I don't know.
mean, I love it too.
It's escapism.
Yeah, it's like at the core, like that's really
exactly what it is, you know.
And
Yeah.
processing things through other people is really big. I'd say, yeah, mostly it is a very love-hate relationship for me as well, because like sometimes writing is just so hard.
Yeah.
But I would say that out of all of the creative things I do, it has the most creative freedom in it. Because like you can really do anything with writing. Like
You really can.
whatever you want. Like you have control over this like whole world, and you get to create the characters and everything, and you get to mold everything to how you want it to be. Although sometimes they don't listen to you. So there's that.
That is true. Yeah, for sure. But
Just create like free creative thing I do, I think.
yeah. That is the end of the tag. Thank you for watching, everybody. If you want to do this tag, if you're doing Nano, please do this tag. Consider yourself tagged. If you want to answer the questions in the comments down below, as always, we would love to see that. As writing buddies on the Nano site, if you're doing Nano.
Buddies, we'll add you back. Good luck if you're doing Nano, like the biggest thing. Good luck. We'll be rooting people on Twitter probably.
Oh yeah. And also, if you want to know more just about like our process with Nano and stuff, like I said, we got a Nano just video coming out just talking about Nano in a couple of weeks, so stay tuned for that. And we'll see you guys next time.
Life before death, Radiance.
Life before death, Radiance.
Yeah, 20,000 words.